Ladies and gentlemen, let me speak to you today about one of the most important things you can do for your own well-being and growth, knowing when to leave. I don't care who they are, what they've done, or how much history you have with them. If they don't value you, it is your responsibility to walk away. Let me tell you, your life is too precious to waste in places where you are not appreciated. Too many of us stay in situations, relationships, jobs, and environments where we are constantly undervalued, overlooked, or taken for granted. We stay because we fear being alone, or because we think we don't deserve better. But let me tell you something that will change your life. You are valuable. Your worth does not come from the approval of others. It comes from the Creator who made you and who equipped you with everything you need to succeed. When you understand this truth, when you understand that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, you will never again settle for less than you deserve. Self-respect is one of the most important things you can possess. It's not just about pride, it's about recognizing the unique potential within you. When you constantly allow people to treat you as if you are less than what you are, you send a message to the world that you don't value yourself. And when you don't value yourself, nobody else will either. It's time for you to stop waiting for someone else to see your worth. You need to see it first. When you respect yourself, you demand that others respect you as well. Now, I'm not saying that relationships don't require effort or that we don't need to be forgiving and patient. But there comes a point when you have given all that you can, and it's clear that the respect, love, and recognition you deserve are just not coming your way. It's in these moments when you have to stop and ask yourself, is this situation elevating me or is it pulling me down? If it's the latter, then it's time to walk away. The moment you choose to walk away, you're not losing anything, you're gaining everything. You're freeing yourself to move into a space where you will be respected, appreciated, and valued for who you are. I know it's hard. The world will tell you that you must stay, that you must fight for their approval, and that you should make sacrifices. But your future is not tied to someone else's opinion of you. Your future is determined by your choices, and you must choose to surround yourself with people and environments that recognize and nurture your greatness. Never let anyone convince you that you need them to succeed. The truth is, you are enough just as you are. You don't need to beg for someone else's approval. You are your own approval. And let me say this, there is freedom in walking away from what no longer serves you. Yes, it may be uncomfortable. Yes, it might take courage. But understand this, when you leave behind what doesn't honor you, you are making room for what is truly meant for you. Your destiny is waiting, but it can't find you if you're still stuck in a place that doesn't recognize your value. So my friends, today I urge you to make a bold decision. If you're in a place where you're not valued, leave. Don't wait for permission, don't wait for validation, and don't wait for things to change on their own. Know your worth. Demand the respect that is due to you and walk into the future that God has prepared for you. Your greatness is not dependent on the approval of others, but on your willingness to believe in yourself and to step into your true power. Remember, when you leave the places that don't honor you, you open the door to better things, things that will propel you to greater heights. You are worthy of everything that is good, and the moment you walk away from what drags you down, you are moving closer to the life you were meant to live. So go ahead, make that decision. Walk away. Because when you know your worth, you stop settling for anything less than what you deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that is at the very core of your success, your happiness, and your peace of mind, recognizing your worth. Too many of us walk through life unaware of the immense value we hold within ourselves. We allow the world, other people, and even our own doubts to define us. But I'm here to tell you today that you are more than what others say you are. You are more than your mistakes, more than your struggles, and more than your setbacks. You are worthy, and it is time you begin to see it. The truth is, the moment you recognize your worth, everything in your life begins to change. You stop tolerating mediocrity, you stop accepting less than what you deserve, and you stop putting up with the people who diminish your light. You begin to demand respect because you understand that it is not just a right, but a reflection of the greatness that lies within you. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone, because once you recognize it for yourself, you will no longer you will no longer seek validation from external sources. Understanding your worth is not about arrogance or pride. It's about having the courage to stand firm in who you are, regardless of the opinions of others. It is knowing that you are a unique creation with talents, strengths, and qualities that no one else has. It's about acknowledging that your voice matters, that your contributions are valuable, and that your life has meaning. You don't need to wait for someone to recognize it first. When you recognize your worth, you don't wait for permission to shine, you just do. So many people spend their lives allowing others to dictate their self-worth. They tie their value to the opinions of friends, family, or society, and when those opinions are negative or dismissive, they begin to question themselves. But here's the thing, no one else defines who you are but you. It's not the people who criticize you, the ones who walk away, or the ones who don't believe in you. It's you. You get to decide your worth. And when you decide that you are enough, when you decide that you have value, the world has no choice but to see it as well. You must stop undervaluing yourself, my friends. You must stop accepting the narrative that you are less than, or that you don't deserve the best that life has to offer. You are deserving of all the good things that are meant for you: love, success, peace, and fulfillment. But you can't receive any of it if you don't first believe you are worthy of it. Life will not give you what you won't believe you deserve. If you continue to settle for less than you are worth, you will attract less than you deserve. The moment you recognize your worth, you will find that your relationships change. The people who once treated you poorly, who took you for granted, will no longer be able to remain in your life. Why? Because when you know your worth, you demand better. You demand people who honor you, who uplift you, and who see the greatness within you. No longer will you accept toxic relationships or environments that drain your energy. When you recognize your worth, you start to attract people who match your energy, people who see the value in you and want to see you thrive. Recognizing your worth is not a one-time thing, it is a practice, a constant reaffirmation of who you are and what you stand for. It's something you remind yourself of every day. Every time someone tries to belittle you, every time life challenges you, you remind yourself of your worth. And when you do, you will begin to see the world through a different lens. You will see opportunities where there were once obstacles. You will see challenges as stepping stones to greater success. And you will see your own life as a gift worthy of being celebrated, not just by others, but by yourself. So I challenge you today to recognize your worth. Stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you matter. You already do. You are more than enough. You are capable, you are strong, and you are destined for greatness. It's time to step into your power, to embrace who you are, and to live the life you were always meant to live. The world is waiting for you to recognize your worth. Now it's time to show up and prove it. Self-respect is not just a concept, it is a force. It's a quality that, when cultivated, has the power to shape the course of your life. It's an internal strength that determines how you stand in the face of adversity, how you interact with others, and most importantly, how you choose to navigate the world. When you truly respect yourself, you don't settle for less than what you deserve. You don't let anyone or anything diminish the incredible value you bring to this world. Self-respect begins with recognizing who you are, understanding your worth without the need for external validation. Too often, we tie our sense of worth to what others think of us. We look for approval, praise, and acknowledgement from the outside, believing that it will fill us, believing that it will make us whole. But that is not where true respect begins. It starts with an internal conviction. You must learn to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am enough. You must recognize that your value is intrinsic, not defined by what others say or do. When you truly respect yourself, you begin to set boundaries, healthy boundaries that protect your peace and safeguard your energy. You don't allow toxic relationships to take root in your life, and you no longer tolerate disrespect or mistreatment. Boundaries are not about building walls to keep others out. They are about knowing where you end and where others begin. They are about understanding that your needs matter, that your well-being is important, and that you deserve to be surrounded by people who uplift and encourage you. Respecting yourself means having the courage to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. It means acknowledging that not every relationship, job, or opportunity is meant to be part of your journey. When you respect yourself, you recognize that your time and energy are valuable, and you refuse to waste either on things or people that drain you. It's a powerful act of self-preservation. You no longer bend to fit someone else's expectations or sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of others. Instead, you prioritize your peace, your mental health, and your growth. Self-respect also means embracing your imperfections. We all have flaws, but it's in those imperfections that our true strength lies. When you respect yourself, you accept that you are a work in progress, and that's okay. You understand that growth is a journey and mistakes are part of that journey. But you never allow your mistakes to define you. You don't let the mistakes of your past become the story you tell about yourself. You see them as stepping stones, as lessons learned, as opportunities for growth. Self-respect doesn't demand perfection, it demands progress. To respect yourself is to commit to continual self-improvement. You don't sit idly by and wait for life to change. You take action. You invest in your education, in your well-being, in your mental and emotional health. You seek to become the best version of yourself, not because you need approval, but because you know you're worth the effort. You understand that growth doesn't come from doing what's easy. It comes from challenging yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone, and consistently striving for more. When you have self-respect, you don't need anyone to tell you your worth. You don't need to seek validation in places where it doesn't exist. Your self-respect becomes your shield and your sword. It guides your decisions, influences the relationships you nurture, and shapes the path you walk. And it radiates from you, attracting the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances into your life. True self-respect is not about arrogance or pride. It's not about thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about recognizing that you are just as worthy of respect as anyone else on this planet. It's about knowing your value, holding yourself accountable, and demanding the treatment you deserve. It's about standing tall in the face of challenges, saying, I will not back down, and trusting that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. When you cultivate self-respect, you begin to change the world around you. You stop accepting mediocrity and you start living with purpose. You set an example for others to follow, showing them the power of self-love, self-care, and self-worth. Your life becomes a testament to the fact that when you respect yourself, you allow the world to respect you in return. And that's when you begin to create a life that is aligned with your deepest desires and truest self. Self-respect isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the foundation upon which all your success, happiness, and fulfillment will be built. So take the time to nurture it. Protect it fiercely and never allow anyone or anything to strip you of the incredible value that lies within you. Because when you respect yourself, you will attract everything you need to create the life you deserve. There comes a time in every person's life when they have to make a tough decision, a decision that could change everything, whether to stay or to walk away. To know when to walk away is one of the most powerful skills you will ever develop, and it is essential for your growth and peace of mind. Life has a way of testing our limits, our patience, and our resilience. There are moments when we hold on, hoping things will change, hoping people will change, but sometimes the greatest act of courage is knowing when to let go and move forward. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of staying. We've all been there. We invest time, energy, and emotion into relationships, jobs, projects, or circumstances, and we tell ourselves that we've put too much into it to just walk away. But here's the truth: walking away doesn't mean you failed. It means you've chosen yourself. It means you understand your worth and your potential. Sometimes you have to make the decision to step away from what is dragging you down, to walk away from things that no longer serve you, because staying in those situations only keeps you stuck, stagnant, and limited. The hardest part is often recognizing that walking away is the best option. It's not about abandoning responsibilities or running away from challenges. It's about understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. Not every person or situation is worth your time. Sometimes walking away is not a sign of weakness, it is the ultimate sign of strength. It's the wisdom to realize that you cannot change everything, but you can control your response to it. You cannot force people to value you or appreciate your worth, but you can choose to remove yourself from situations where that respect isn't given. There will always be people who try to keep you in places that drain you, whether it's a toxic relationship, an unhealthy job, or an environment where you're not seen for the greatness you possess. These people will use guilt, manipulation, or even love as a way to keep you in their lives. But let me tell you something: you are not obligated to stay where you are not valued. You owe it to yourself to walk away from places that hurt you. You owe it to yourself to find peace and fulfillment. You owe it to yourself to stop giving energy to things that have no future in your life. The truth is, some people, some environments, and some situations are just not meant for you. You cannot force things to work, and you should never feel trapped by the idea of loyalty or the fear of what others may think. If you stay for the wrong reasons, if you stay because you fear rejection or because you don't want to look like a failure, then you are only doing yourself a disservice. Life is about growth, and growth requires change. Growth requires the courage to say, this is no longer serving me. This is no longer aligned with where I'm going. It requires the ability to step away and create space for new opportunities that will nourish and elevate you. One of the most empowering things you can do is to give yourself permission to walk away from things that no longer align with who you are and who you're becoming. It's not an easy decision, but it's often the best one you can make for your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. When you walk away from toxic relationships, dead-end jobs, or environments that weigh you down, you make room for new things. You create space for new opportunities, new relationships, and new experiences that will bring you closer to your purpose. The more you let go of what holds you back, the more you open yourself to the abundant blessings that life has to offer. Walking away is an act of self-love. It's about acknowledging that your time, energy, and peace are precious. When you choose to walk away from things that no longer serve you, you are making a commitment to your own well-being, to your future, and to the best version of yourself. You are telling the world, and more importantly, telling yourself that you deserve better and that you are not willing to settle for anything less than what you deserve. You have the power to walk away from situations and people who drain you. You have the power to let go of what is no longer working for you. And when you do, you'll find that the world opens up in ways you never imagined. Opportunities that were once blocked by the weight of staying in the wrong place will start to unfold before you. You will find freedom in your decision, and you will find strength in knowing that you made the right choice for yourself. So don't be afraid to walk away when it's time. Trust that your future is brighter on the other side of that decision. Let me tell you something important today. Something that can change your life, your future, is not tied to others' opinions. I know this might sound simple, but it's a truth that too many people overlook. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to seek approval, to be liked, to conform. We find ourselves desperately trying to meet the expectations of others, often at the expense of our own peace, vision, and goals. But the truth is, the moment you stop allowing others to define your worth is the moment you step into the life you were always meant to live. You see, there's a danger in relying too much on others' opinions. It's a trap that pulls you away from your authentic self and keeps you locked in a box that wasn't meant for you. If you keep trying to please everyone, you will lose sight of who you are and what you were created to accomplish. And let's be clear, no one else has the blueprint for your life. No one else knows what you are truly capable of except you. When you give others the power to shape how you see yourself, you surrender control over your own destiny. Their opinions, their judgments, they become your truth. And that's dangerous because people are flawed. They see the world through their own biases, limitations, and fears. They project their insecurities onto you. They tell you what you can and cannot do, what you should and shouldn't be. But you were never meant to be a reflection of their doubts. You are a reflection of your potential, your dreams, and your purpose. Understand this: your value is intrinsic. It is not earned through validation or applause. It's there from the start, planted deep inside you, waiting for you to recognize it. When you allow someone else's opinion to dictate your path, you dishonor the gift you've been given. You were put on this earth with a specific purpose. And the only person who can truly understand what you're meant to do is you. So it's time to stop asking for permission, stop waiting for approval, and stop believing in yourself. I get it. It's hard. It's hard to go against the grain, to step out of line when everyone around you seems to have it all figured out. But let me tell you something, nobody has it figured out. No one has all the answers. People who are quick to tell you how to live your life are often just projecting their own fears, their own doubts. They want you to conform because it makes them feel comfortable. They want you to be small because the idea of someone else stepping into their greatness makes them uncomfortable. But here's the thing: you are not here to play small. You are not here to fit into someone else's narrow vision of what your life should look like. You are here to break the mold, to forge your own path, and to build the future you want, not the future someone else says you can have. The world will always have its opinions. People will tell you that you can't, that you shouldn't, that it's not possible. But none of that matters because their opinions do not define you. What defines you is your ability to move forward in spite of what others say. What defines you is your willingness to believe in the vision that only you can see. You must be willing to let go of the need for external validation and trust in your own instincts. When you do this, when you stop living for the approval of others, you unlock a power inside of you that is unstoppable. Your future is yours to create. And it starts the moment you decide that no one else's opinion matters more than your own belief in yourself. Stop asking for permission to dream big. Stop waiting for others to tell you that you're worthy. You are worthy right now just as you are. And the only opinion that matters is the one that comes from your heart, from your soul, from the part of you that knows what you're capable of. So stop letting the world tell you who you should be. Stop listening to the voices that want to keep you in the shadows. Your future isn't dependent on someone else's approval. It's dependent on your belief in yourself, your ability to take action, and your willingness to break free from the constraints of others' expectations. When you do this, when you trust yourself and stop living for anyone but you, you will step into your true power. And that, my friends, is when you start living the life you were always meant to live. Remember this, your future is not tied to others' opinions. The path ahead of you is yours to create, shaped by your beliefs, your actions, and your unwavering trust in yourself. The world will always offer its judgments, its doubts, and its distractions, but none of that matters when you are rooted in your own truth. The only person who truly knows your potential is you. And when you stop seeking validation from others, you open the door to a life that is authentically yours. Do not allow the voices of doubt, fear, or insecurity to drown out the voice of your inner wisdom. Believe in yourself and know that you are enough just as you are. You are worthy of your dreams, worthy of the life you desire, and worthy of the success that is waiting for you on the other side of self-belief. Stand tall. Trust your journey, and remember, your future belongs to you and no one else. Keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that the only opinion that truly matters is the one you hold about yourself. The best is yet to come, and it starts when you choose to own your story and embrace your true potential.